Hi guys, it's Friday and we have another video for you. So don't get sick of me. I know, another Epic 3, I promise. We'll get off the Epic 3 kick, but I'm still working through this machine and I'm really loving it. So you gotta be patient. So we're gonna talk about exact positioning. So that's our old friend design positioning, but evidently now I'm more precise, so it's exact positioning. So today I was stitching out this block. This is a cute little quilt block that I digitized in my Sewnet software, and I got through my duck. He's so cute. I was doing the little bug and I walked away. And what happens when we walk away? The little embroidery gremlins came and I bumped the tray over there, evidently when I wasn't looking. So when I came back and I looked, his little leg fell off. Not really, but he's disembodied now. That one little leg fell off. So don't want to scrap all this cute little block. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how I can find my exact position with the new buttons. So here we go. So over here I have exact position. So I'm going to touch that, and I have a cursor there. So I'm going to hit step 1, and thankfully they kept all the directions that we've had in the past. So step 1, 2, 3, and 4. Step 1 gives me a cursor to find my exact position. Number 1 finds it. Number 2 takes me there. Then number 3 gives me another cursor if, say, I had unhooped my block before I discovered the problem. Then I could get it re-hooped, and number 3 is going to help me with rotation. That's going to give me another point. So with number 1, say I would find my little duck's beak and take it to that position, and then with number 3 I would go to another point. So say the tip of his little feather here, and match that point and adjust with number 4 the rotation to make sure that not only is my hooping correct north and south and east and west, but also that the rotation of my design is correct. But that's a lot of information. Let's go back to just the basics. I need to have my poor little bug have his leg. So we're going to go to step 1. And it says move the green cursor to the point in your design that you want to match. One of you guys reached out to me last week and said you weren't sure how to zoom in or how close I could get if I want to match up a specific stitch point. So this is going to help you. I have my cursor now, and I want to bring it down to that little leg, right? So I'm going to come over here. I have 3 buttons now. This one, the first one, zooms to the design. So it zoomed in, but this is my whole design. The second one is zoom to hoop. That actually zoomed me out, and I can see the whole hoop area. This third one over here, this is zoom to cursor. So if I take my cursor and I get it close, and I think I'm on, and then I zoom in with zoom to cursor, I can actually see every single little stitch. Can you guys see that? That is so cool. So that brings me
on the blue.
Oh, is it the blue? Well, you guys will have to believe me. So if you want to come in, I can actually go to the very tip of where that stitch is, where it connects to the body there. So this line is the satin stitch for this applique piece. So right in the middle there is where this leg begins. So I've gone and I can see the exact stitch point in between my little satin stitches. So now that's number 1, found my point. Number 2 takes me there. So, yep, my calibration is off. It lined me right up there. So that's where the machine perceives that point to be. And I guess it is now, but it shouldn't be. And that's because my hoop got bumped and it shifted the position of the embroidery bed. It lost its calibration, its positioning, so it thinks, the machine thinks that this spot is this, right? Well, this spot is over there. That's what it is. It thinks that this spot right here should be right there, and it's not. So now what can I do? Well, now I got to pick that out, but I don't have to redo my block because I have these little controls over here. And what I can do is I can move. You're going to want to back up a smidge. Okay. So I'm going to use these buttons, but I'm going to watch my needle. And what I'm going to do is it is moving little itty bitty baby spots. See how it's moving? Come on, little friend. It's little tiny, tiny spots.
It's getting there.
So what I can do is I can go back in my color. So now I know that it lines up. This position is that position. So I can go back in my colors. I'm going to accept this change. It's my little green check mark. So if I had been changing my position and I was way off and I got confused and I had moved the design to a place it shouldn't be, I could hit the X. And what the X would do is it would disregard all my changes and it would go back to where it was before I did exact positioning. But instead, I like this position. I think that this is going to work for me, so I'm going to hit the check mark. And what that's going to do is it's going to accept that change. So now the machine is going to want to start over. See, it brings me back to where the original start of the design is. So when the machine was done stitching this out and I hadn't noticed, it thought again that this position was over here. The needle was lined up here as a starting position. So now that I have changed the hoop and the machine and I all in the bed all think that this position is correct. So what I will do is I will come over here to my thread list. And I know that this, oh, nope, I lied. Oh, I'm still lying to you. I know that this is where the antenna, the eyeballs, and the little legs are. See how everything else is grayed out except that step? So then I can come to stitch out progress. And now I have, this is my design. These are my colors. It shows that in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th color, the 8th color, I've 0 progress made. So I can just keep going. I'm going to close my thread colors because oops, that's not what I wanted. There you go. So now I have that closed up. I can see where the cursor is, and I can progress through the design. Till I get to where the little leggy is. Come on, you can do it. Really? All right, I'm keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Oop. So now This is where things went bad. So now I can press start. I might actually go a little further. I don't want to get caught up in that satin stitch. So now I can press start, and it's going to do that little leg for me. Stop. All right. How about that? I think that's pretty cool. So now I have to pick out that little leg, but at least my bug, our amputation has been corrected. And now he has a attached little leg, and you guys learned something about exact positioning and what to do when things go wrong, and also about our little stitch out progress. So that's pretty cool. I like having that there. It gives me a lot of information. It shows me what color I am. So out of 9 colors, I'm on step 9. 9 out of 9, right? So that's very cool. Tells me how long it's going to take to stitch that out. Very cool stuff. So if you like our videos and you're not sick of me yet, you should subscribe and give us a thumbs up and follow along for more, whether it be the Epic 3 or something else. And I guess that's all I have to say about that. Keep stitching.